The internet doesn't define me.
Welcome to British Rationals on Friday the 23rd of March 2018, in a week when... On Tuesday, David Davis announced an agreement for Britain's transitional phase out of the EU, which will last until 2020. On Wednesday, angry Brexiteers staged a flotilla stunt, throwing dead fish into the Thames in protest of the EU's fishing policies.
Some of us are going hungry in this country, and Nigel's just chucking fish in the Thames. It's disgraceful, like his EU fishery attendance record. 1 in 42.
I think it's great that we've made so much progress and we're all going to be friends. Imagine what it'd be like if we just stayed in.
That David Davis, he makes too many concessions. He's too nice. We should have sent the Gove in there. Showed him what getting ugly really means.
Yeah, I was all for Brexit in the beginning, but now it's a bit like getting divorced and not being able to bang anyone else. It's
I tried to swim in the Thames once. It's disgusting. But those fish hated it.
Good thing they didn't take a leaf out of the French book. Then they'd be setting sheep on fire and throwing them overboard. Then where would they be? In a river full of dead sheep. That's where.
Farage flings fish. You couldn't make it up. This week, a joint investigation between Channel 4 and The Observer revealed that data firm Cambridge Analytica had been harvesting information from Facebook and using it to control the outcome of major political events, including Brexit and the US election.
I love those tests. What's not to like? I've got an IQ of 138.
I'm glad they're exposing the lies like Crooked Hillary. She's definitely bent. I mean, it's in her name.
I'm also Khaleesi from Game of Thrones.
The internet doesn't define me. Just because I follow Katie Hopkins, Nigel Farage and Breitbart doesn't make me a
I'm in Hufflepuff.
At least you knew the Stasi were listening to you.
I'm more Phoebe than Rachel.
I share all my fitness activity online. My running routes, calories, times. I set a personal best this week. Only lost 3 followers.
I'm going to die at 85.
Quite frankly, I think it's great. It saves me so much time. I just upload all my data to Facebook and it tells me what to buy.
And I look hot as a man.
Cambridge Analytica and Facebook, doing the one job Bill Clinton never wanted. Hillary. On Monday, over 400 schools received a bomb threat, and many were evacuated. It turned out to be a hoax orchestrated by a Minecraft player with a grudge against Velt PvP, an online service used almost exclusively by children.
Didn't actually bomb a school though, did they? That's the trouble with this young internet generation. No follow-through. Snowflakes. Now there's a thing that closes schools. Snow.
They never told us on Tomorrow's World that we'd be getting virtual terrorism.
I did a sprinting workshop at a school the other day. Told them to run like they were in an American high school. Anyway, I'm not allowed back.
We had a bomb threat called in at work once. It was absolute chaos.
Did you have to deal with it?
No, mate. I was on my lunch break, weren't I?
Schools didn't shut in my day. The worst thing we had to deal with were those creepy men outside the school gates. They weren't statesmanlike.
Well, at least in the UK, disgruntled school kids only use hollow threats. In the US, they use AR-16s.
It was potentially the greatest threat to education since Michael Gove. Vladimir Putin was re-elected as Russian president on Tuesday, with over 76% of the vote.
Apparently he rigged it. Clever that. Very, very organised, and nice to know the outcome in advance. It's not often I say this, but Theresa might have missed a trick there.
I don't trust Russia. It's too big.
Only 76%? It's not trying hard enough. If you're going to rig an election, I want to see 110%.
If you ask me, democracy was the worst thing that ever happened to Russia.
The thing about Putin, he's consistent, isn't he? And he's hot. I wouldn't mind being impaled by that.
Russia are one of the most corrupt nations on the planet. Good on Theresa May for standing up to him. He's not like her. She bought her power through a good, honest deal with the DUP.
Quite frankly, I am making no comment about Vladimir Putin whatsoever. Entertainer Ant McPartlin endured a fall from grace this week when he crashed his car in southwest London. He was arrested and subsequently charged with drink driving. It's led ITV to take Saturday night takeaway from its schedule this week.
He shouldn't be driving anyway, should he? He's been blind since that paintball accident in 1993.
Well, that's both their careers over, isn't it? I mean, and deck doesn't quite have the same ring to it, does it?
Let's get ready, let's get ready.
Let's get ready for rehab.
Still, give it a couple of years, let the dust settle, and they can go on I'm a Celebrity.
Well, can't they just change the names back? At least PJ and Duncan still have some credibility.
PJ and Drunken. Join us next Friday for more British Rationals.